Hi guys, welcome. Sandy Ingram here. In this video, we're going to discuss whether Iraq is preparing the Iraqi dinar for a currency adjustment. The answer is yes, and here's how we know. In the last 13 months, there have been 6 meetings between the IMF and the Central Bank of Iraq. One of these meetings was a regular annual spring meeting, but 5 of the meetings were one-on-one, and here's what they talked about. But first, I want you to understand the power of the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, what they can do and what they cannot do. Are you ready? Let's go inside and get this party started. The International Monetary Fund, aka the IMF, is important because it evaluates Iraq's economy and banking system to determine whether the country has the financial stability needed to support a strong and reliable currency. What the IMF does not do or cannot do is they cannot set the IQD exchange rate. That decision belongs to the Central Bank of Iraq. But here's the deal. The Central Bank of Iraq reports to global investors and financial institutions globally. So what the IMF has to say is crucial, is important, and can be downright disturbing. So Iraq understands this. All central banks understand this. Therefore, working with the IMF is a given. It's an absolute. That's how powerful the IMF is. And the key words here is they report to global investors and foreign investments. Okay, the first meeting took place in April of 2026, of the last 6 that we're going to discuss. Now, this meeting was held in Washington, D.C., and the participants were the IMF World Bank Spring Meeting with finance ministers and central bank governors from member countries. So this wasn't a one-on-one meeting. This was an annual spring meeting. But these next meetings, these are the ones where I want you to connect the dots. July 18th, 2026, location, Washington, D.C., following the Iraqi delegation's U.S. visit. The CBI announced that its governor held a series of high-level meetings with the U.S. Treasury that resulted in 7 Iraqi banks being reintegrated into the global financial system, an important banking reform consistent with IMF and international banking standards. Now, this just happened in July of this year. The next meeting, July 21st, 2026, was held in Baghdad. And this meeting was about electronic payment companies to accelerate Iraq's digital payment system and improving the banking infrastructure. The next meeting, July 22nd, 2026, was also held in Baghdad. The discussion was to talk about exchanging companies regarding modernization and regulations of Iraq's foreign exchange sector. So you see, the IMF got their fingers all the way in to even which companies Iraq is hiring for the modernization in the banking system. Now, the next meeting that we want to talk about is it happened July 16th, 2026, and it was also held in Baghdad. And this meeting was the FATF workshop on financial sanctions and money laundering and combating terrorist financing, areas that are also emphasized by the IMF in strengthening Iraq's financial system. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but that's quite a number of consistent meetings with the IMF. Now, when you connect all those dots, I'm not saying to you that there's going to be an RV or a currency adjustment next month or next week. What I'm saying to you is that there is progress being made. Connect the dots. Connect the dots, people. Connect the dots. So, what are they talking about in these meetings? Modernization, Iraq's banking system. Strengthening compliance with international banking standards, expanding electronic payments, anti-money laundering, reintegrating Iraqi banks into the international financial system, maintaining monetary and financial stability, supporting private sector growth through banking reform. Now, that sounds like a lot of high financing words, but what it all means is that Iraq and the IMF are working consistently to bring Iraq online and integrate into the international financial system. Now, I'm not here to give you hype. I'm here to report to you what is going on. This is a good thing, a very good thing.